March 18th, Mike Tyson, Razor Ruddock dies. If he doesn't die, it doesn't count. If he's not dead, it doesn't count.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for Mythical match up again, and the boxing has gone a little quiet now. So we're going to try and get a few of these out for you in the next couple of weeks. So let's start, which was sent to us a few weeks ago. It's a good one. Mike Tyson versus Joe Frazier. Two fighters that, when boxing fans look at styles, they always seem to emulate their styles and say they match up well. And when you look in terms of modern heavyweights, they're both on the smaller side of modern heavyweights, which means if they fought, it wouldn't be a modern giant versus a much smaller old guy. They're kind of together in the same category. Are they?
I think they're probably exactly the same height.
Most of
both about 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", around that. Actually, I'd say 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, Frazier's a good 200 pounds, 210. Best Tyson's
215. 215.
Yeah. So you know,
right.
it works out well.
Now you know it's a great matchup, and it's one there. Good thinking whoever gave us this one, because obviously people say, oh, Ali, Tyson, and da 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 da. This is a good matchup, and you're right. Tyson's style was definitely modelled on the way Frazier bobs and weaves.
The bob and weaving.
Just simply because basic economics, really. Sorry, basic sort of physics, really. When you think about it, Tyson's 5'10". He's fighting guys that are 6'5". He can't stand there and jab these guys. He's got a bob and weave to get under. Same thing Frazier had. Yeah, Frazier had the same problem as well.
You know what was what's the phrase? Kill the body and the head will fall.
That's exactly what they did.
Get under, work the body, work the hooks. Those looping hooks that you can't see. The hooks that come from that angle. They always say the best left hook is the one you can't see.
Yeah, and it's weird because I look at Frazier's style now, and a lot of people use that style.
Yeah.
Even over here in terms of heavyweights.
Try to use it.
Not too bad, you know. Obviously, it's not. He's not Frazier. He hasn't got the kind of same lateral movement.
Yeah.
But he uses it quite well. He kind of does that kind of double and then tries to go underneath. This will be a great fight because you've got two guys here that, and you mentioned it earlier in terms of modern heavyweights, are very small for modern heavyweights. Forget modern heavyweights, they're small for heavyweights, period, really. From the 60s onwards, heavyweights started to get bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point where now we've got 6'8", 6'9" guys. And, but truth be said, you're talking about Joe Frazier here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I like Mike Tyson. We're talking about a guy here, Joe Frazier, that top 5 heavyweights of all time for me.
Super Fight 1. Come on, Super Fight 1. Frazier Ali.
Thriller in Manila. I mean, just the name.
So tell you what, when you mention Joe Frazier and his biggest fights, you're talking about not just the best fights, but mostly the best events or the iconic events in boxing history
of all time.
But then you have Mike Tyson, who's like an iconic enigma, a guy that was legitimately considered in the 80s could have beat Ali. If Frazier beat Ali, pundits will say Tyson could have beat Ali.
I know what you mean. Look, hindsight is one of those things, and people always say, yeah, but Tyson's style was a bit this, and when he fought big guys and blah blah blah, and you hear it all the time. Sometimes styles just make fights.
Yeah.
And I look at the person that gave Ali the most problems, and that was Frazier. If anyone had to pick a modern heavyweight right now that had the similar style to Frazier, it's Tyson.
Yeah.
But Tyson, for me, for 5 or 6 rounds, was even more ferocious.
Yeah.
Look, do I think Ali would beat Tyson? Yes. Yeah. But I think it won't be as easy as people think. People think, oh, Ali's jab was just going to keep Tyson at bay. Doesn't work like that, people. Tyson was ferocious when he first came up. Yeah. But this is about Frazier.
Customato. This video of Customato I got with Ali. Customato, Tyson's trainer, his original trainer. He knew everything about boxing. Customato was like a mad scientist on boxes. He had all these little tricks that he could do. And he told Ali on this video I got, he says, Ali says, how can you beat the Ali shuffle? And Customer goes, yeah, of course, it's easier not to beat the Ali shuffle. But one of my fighters didn't have the ability to do it. He was talking about Floyd Patterson. Basically, so Ali does the Ali shuffle quick. Backs up, goes, Customato.
They can't see your feet.
Yeah, Customato goes like this, covers up with left hand and go, whoop, short hook to the body. Ali freezes for a second like, how do you do that? The point I'm making is that Customato is a tactician. He's a technical tactician. If he had Tyson fighting Frazier, he will have so many attributes that he could bring to the fight. You know, so technical things that what you think you do well, you've got the experienced eye. A guy that had a world champion in Floyd Patterson. And if you know about boxing, Floyd Patterson, take out his dodgy chin, is one of the best technically sound heavyweights. His style, that peekaboo style, is tremendous.
You're right, but the problem is, knowing how to do something is all good. Being able to have the right student to execute it against an elite heavyweight is another thing altogether.
Yeah.
Frazier has seen the best heavyweights. Look, you're gonna find it very hard to get a stronger heavyweight of all time than George Foreman.
Oh yeah.
Pound for pound, you're gonna find it very hard to get a faster heavyweight than Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
This guy, yes, he got destroyed by Foreman, but the point is, nothing in terms of strength is gonna almost fear him when he sees Mike Tyson. He's from the streets of Philly.
Yeah.
He ain't scared of the real Philly from the 60s and 70s. He ain't scared of a Brooklyn boy called Tyson. He ain't gonna you know when Tyson won by fear? Tyson said it. He said, 85% of my opponents came into the ring and they lost already. Do you think Joe Frazier's gonna come into the ring against Mike Tyson and think, oh my God, this is a tough fight? He's gonna think, let's do this.
Another thing about Frazier as well, which I think is a good point you mentioned about Frazier not being scared. George Foreman was an animal.
Yeah.
6'3".
I put a Twitter picture recently up there. It was almost a middleweight looking up at a heavyweight guy. Oh my God, but he looks ready for it.
Yeah. George Foreman is a massive man.
Yes.
One of the best punchers of all time. Everyone looks at that fight when Foreman knocked down Frazier 3-4 times. The punch behind the back of the head, and Frazier came off his feet, the body shot, the hooks, and Frazier just kept flying off the floor. And you think like Tyson got that type of power.
Yes.
But you got to understand that, remember, like I said, Foreman was 6'3". You're talking about leverage and size. And, talking that, I mean, just
hammering down on
him. Hammering. That's when Foreman used to punch.
Remember, Frazier doesn't stand up tall.
Yeah.
Frazier stands down low. So Frazier's coming down at like 5'6", and he is getting full leverage and going bang.
I mean, you go watch a picture of Foreman hitting a heavy bag or hitting people. The way he hits you is to literally punch through your entire body. Yeah. Seriously, that's why he does it. You through your entire body. Tyson doesn't have that size, but he didn't have that punching style.
Yeah.
It's different. Tyson's power is a phenomenal puncher, but Tyson's power is based more on his speed, his motion of movement, I'm trying to say, and the combination. Hitting with like 5, 6, 7 of those tremendously fast, brutally powerful punches. It's not that type of George Foreman, woom.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's a different type of thing. And I think people got to understand the difference between like clubbing power and punching power.
I agree. Like GGG and Kovalev have punching power.
Yeah.
Clubbing power is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Like you say, when he hits that bag, it is going vroom.
Yeah, no, I'm trying clubbing power.
And the bag is going vroom. And that's a proper heavy bag. Do you know what I mean?
So don't think that just because Foreman knocked out Frazier, that Tyson will knock out Frazier.
One thing as well about this fight, which makes me put it in Frazier's favourite, it's a good fight, is the gut check.
Yeah.
Frazier's been gut checked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Those two fights with Muhammad Ali are gut checks.
Yeah.
That threw him in to the point where you look at it now. Look, Muhammad Ali said he was close to death in that fight. For Muhammad Ali to admit that, Muhammad Ali's got all the mouth in the he was close to death, and Frazier kept on coming. We saw Tyson, yes, people might say it's a different Tyson. We saw Tyson against Evander Holyfield.
Yeah.
The gut check came, had to go to the ear.
Yeah.
Had to go to the ear, but the gut check came, lost. Do you know what I mean? So we've seen two guys going against Evander Holyfield's a top 10 heavyweight of all time. So we've seen two guys going against top heavyweights. We've seen both lose, but we've seen who done the gut check. And Frazier survived the gut check.
I tell you what, that closer to death thing is such an important point about Joe Frazier. Ali stood there, being held up by his team in camp. He looked into the camera and he had like a little, one eye was slightly caught, like dead serious. Yeah. And he was pointing, and like that was not showmanship.
Yeah.
That was not selling. That was someone sitting there telling you right now, after 14 rounds of hell, look, that shit there was something different. You know what I mean? It was that's credit to what Joe Frazier brought to the table.
Everyone says the 80s and 90s are one of the best eras of heavyweights. They say it, we hear it. The 60s and 70s was the best era of heavyweights, and for Joe Frazier to just be behind Ali, I think he might be in front of Foreman, but do you know what I mean? For him just to be behind Ali in the greatest era of heavyweight boxing says how good he was.
Okay. Let me tell you how great the 60s and 70s of the heavyweights were. Yeah, and it's so great. I'm just gonna forget a few.
Yeah,
Ali.
Yes.
Foreman.
Yes.
Frazier.
Just those. Yeah.
Norton.
Yes.
Floyd Patterson.
Yes.
Sonny Liston.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Shavers, early Shavers.
Yeah. But there you go. Those 6 or 7 I just mentioned are top 7 or top 10 of all time.
Of all time.
I
break this fight down for me.
Okay.
I'll forgive you all that and break it down. Actually, don't break it down. Best Frazier.
Best Frazier. Super Fight 1. Ali.
Best Tyson.
Best Tyson.
Spinks?
Yeah, see, the problem with the best Tyson never lasted too long.
Yeah, so we didn't know.
It's really, really quick.
Burdick and Spinks, innit, are the best Tysons probably.
Yeah, I would say Spinks is the best Tyson based on accolades. Spinks is legitimate Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
One of the greatest light heavyweights, could be the greatest light heavyweight of all time. I think Bob Foster have an argument about that.
I think Bob Foster takes it.
No, I mean, but you get my point, yeah? He's a great, great fighter.
Yeah.
And he beat another great top 10 Hall of Fame fighter in Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
So even though he might have been scared coming to the ring, it takes a lot to scare a fighter like that.
He was shitting himself.
But who scares Larry? Who scares Michael Spinks?
A roadman, as Spencer Freeman would say. A roadman.
You get my point, yeah? So for Tyson to do that, you have to make that his best performance.
Yeah.
Alright, here's how this fight breaks down.
Dun dun dun.
As much as we're all fans of Tyson,
Yeah.
sometimes you've got to look at the best and the worst of fighters.
Yeah.
When I look at the worst of Frazier, his worst was against George Foreman.
Yes.
I ain't gonna criticize George Foreman. You couldn't pay me to criticize George Foreman.
George Foreman could do that to anybody.
Yeah,
Any heavyweight in history, he could have done that to.
George Foreman could do it to a house.
Yeah, and first of all, you wouldn't get up from the first one. So
Exactly.
give Frazier credit to get up.
Yeah. Mike Tyson.
Would you say George Foreman could do that to a house?
Yeah. Boom.
Where do you get this from?
Yeah. But Tyson, when I look at Tyson's best and worst, Tyson's worst,
in there, boy.
it's not that he's not tough, he's not talented. I think Tyson is overall mentally weak.
He quits. I hate to say it, he's one of my greatest heavyweights, but I mean, Danny Williams, it was like, he's on the ropes thinking,
I can't be bothered with it.
What fight was it where literally is like that? Was it McNeary? What's that guy he fought? The Irish guy.
Pete McNeary,
Wait, he just literally fought.
Yeah, Pete McNeary had enough. Yeah.
Evander Holyfield.
The Lewis fight. Lewis hit with a very good shot. Let's be fair, but Lewis held him and threw him down. And Tyson said, "Look, I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I'm hurt, but I could get up." Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas was a good fight. No, Buster Douglas and Holyfield only two legitimate knockouts.
Yeah.
Buster Douglas was confused looking for his mouthpiece, whatever, but he was knocked out. Again, he quit when he bit Buster Douglas's ear. Yeah. Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
When he fought Francois Botha, tried to break his arm.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah. I know you like the aggression.
Yeah.
The part I'm making is that Tyson's psyche is not the strongest.
Yeah.
But Tyson is a formidable fighter when he brings it on.
One fight I have to give him to him that he got gut check on was Razor Ruddock. Got gut check, and that was war.
Yeah.
They said that literally ended Tyson's career, you know, that both of their careers, the fight was so hard. So I'll give him that.
Yeah. And the point I'm thinking with this fight now is that Tyson, in my opinion, is more explosive than Frazier.
100.
Yeah.
Tyson's more explosive than any heavyweight in the history of boxing.
Yeah. I reckon Tyson has 21, 22
first round
knockouts. Yeah. Tyson has the power, he has the speed
to end your lights.
Also, Tyson moves, bobs and weaves in a progressive forward, not a constant movement like Joe Frazier.
Tyson bobs and weaves and is coming straight at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Frazier's lateral. It's more like, we'll see what you're doing.
Okay, so first round, Frazier, Tyson come out. Go into the middle of the ring. They start trading. These two are aggressive punchers.
Well, no feel out.
No feel out. There might be a little bit of a jab here or there, but you know, they both believe in their power, they both believe in their ability. They're both slipping and trying to get shots off. It's going to be hard to tag them. So they start trading off. Start trading, it's going good. Tyson, who's a little bit more aggressive and more explosive, catches...
stronger, I think.
Yeah, stronger, I think stronger as well. Catches Frazier flush, puts him down. But Frazier gets back up.
Okay.
Frazier's hurt, but he knows he's being hit. But I think Frazier has the better all-round boxing.
Not many people get up from Tyson's. When I'm trying to think of fighters that have actually got up from when Tyson puts you down.
Yeah. How many people get from when Foreman puts you down?
Yeah, true. Right, good point. Fair enough. Good point.
He gets up. Frazier knows now, I can't play with this young kid. This kid here has got some power.
Yes, sir.
Know what I mean? But Frazier has better overall technique. And Frazier's block, where he kind of, that perpetual movement, I said, hands high, blocking, sweeping, always coming in, starts working on Tyson. With his elbows high like that, with his hands blocking, he's catching a lot of Tyson's shots on the arms, on the shoulders, know what I mean? When Frazier's short, Frazier crouches down and gets close like that, takes away the body shots, so Tyson can't really get off the shots he really wants to get off.
Yeah.
Frazier starts working him.
Yes.
When he starts working Tyson's like, wow, this guy's putting it on me, but they're fighting.
What, Tyson's thinking that, yeah?
Tyson's starting to think this, yeah.
Oh my God, you're even giving us voiceovers.
Tyson's starting to think this right now. By round 5, Tyson's thinking, wait a minute, I dropped this guy down hard. He's got up. Now he's on my case. What am I going to do? Round 6 comes. Round 7 comes. Frazier's on him. He's on him. He's pushing him. He's pushing him and forcing him. By round 7, 8, 9, Tyson don't want no more. Tyson won't want no more.
We've seen it before.
That's what I'm trying to say. And you got to look at the best and the worst. The type of pressure closer to death. Tyson went closer to death with Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
He went closer to death with
Evander
Holyfield.
He was just losing and he didn't really know what to do.
Yeah. Closer to death.
Yeah.
That's what happens. Frazier pressures him, takes away Tyson's best ability, which is his heavier shots, and he throws back his own heavier shots. Frazier got the best hooks in heavyweight history.
One thing I've seen about Frazier is that bobbing and weaving style. First round against Ali in Fulham Manila. 14th round, still the same bobbing and weaving style. It slowed down just a little bit, but he still keeps going at it. And imagine that just constantly coming at you, constantly. Muhammad Ali couldn't keep up with the jab. Muhammad Ali had to throw 4 or 5 punch combinations to get away. Tyson throws combinations, but it's the same combination. Tyson always does that and it goes to the body.
There's a part in one of the Ali Frazier fights where Ali's on the ropes and he's just clubbing hooks off Frazier like, get the hell off me.
Get off me.
Get off me. And he can't get. And you know Ali is a combination puncher, but he's literally winging. Just get him off me. That's why Tyson will quit.
One thing about those guys as well back then in the 60s and 70s, and from Philly, you'll breathe differently back then. I'm not trying to say Brooklyn. I'm not saying that Brooklyn versus Philly. I'm just trying to say, look, guys, you remember Rocky number 3, where Rocky Balboa had to go to Apollo Creed's gym and he walked in and you saw the faces of those hard. That's Joe Frazier. They breed him differently. If you want to go to war, we can go to war. We want to go to box. He'll box Tyson. Look, Tyson's faster and stronger. I get that, but Joe Frazier has the better boxing ability. And it can go. Look, they used to go 15 rounds back then for fun.
Let's be honest here. This is what I'm trying to say. 15 rounds for fun. This will have to be a 12 rounder because obviously that's what Tyson done. 12 rounds to Joe Frazier is like a jog in the park.
You laugh because I remember, and this is completely different, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. Carl Froch was talking to George Groves in that face-off, and Carl Froch was like, I would love to have been old school 15 rounders. You can't walk that plank, George. And it's true. Some fighters are 15 round fighters.
Exactly.
That's a great scene. So you got to understand, people. As good as Mike Tyson was, and he was a fantastic boxer, you're talking about Joe Frazier. We're talking about a guy that is, by every boxing pundit, from Burt Sugar to Doug Fisher to everyone, Max Kellerman, is a top 5 heavyweight of all time. Fought in an era which probably has 7 of the top 10 heavyweights of all time. The only guys that I would get in there are probably Evander Holyfield, Larry Holmes, and maybe Lennox Lewis. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Do you know what I mean? That's how good that era is. Shocking era. This will come down, it's very simple because these guys are very similar in style, very similar in height, very similar in weight. This will simply come down to a gut check. That's what it comes down to. So forget all the style, it comes down to a gut check. We've seen one do the gut check. We've seen him do it more than once. We've seen the other, Mike Tyson, do a gut check. And apart from Donovan Razor Ruddock, that was the only gut check I've seen Tyson do. Apart from that, every other gut check he's done.
He had a little gut check with Frank Bruno.
He did, you know.
Buzzed him hard. And let Tyson leg
round 3, I think.
And Tyson leg did stiffen up.
There you go, guys. So that's our mythical matchup. Hope we broke it down for you quite well. Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson, who wins? We've gone for a kind of quit on the stall, corner stoppage, 8th round. But it could go either way. Tyson lands on Joe Frazier. It could go either way. This is heavyweight boxing. Tell us what you think. Who wins? Joe Frazier, Mike Tyson. Great mythical. Remember, get your mythicals in. We're doing loads. As Ryan said at the beginning of the video, boxing's gone quite quiet now, so get them in and we will try and do them up to our best. Instagram, subscribe, tweet, anything you want to do. And thanks for watching another edition of Boxtalk. Cheers.